we will be going over the 3 verbs that I mentioned: look, see, and watch. And as I mentioned, these verbs are a little bit confusing because they are similar, and that's why we thought we want to teach you this today. So I hope you follow along and I hope you learn a lot. Here is the lesson plan for today. First, we will start with the lesson. I will go over when and how to use these verbs. And then we'll do some practice. After that, we'll try a test. Don't worry, it won't be too hard. And finally, we'll wrap up with some homework that I hope that you will try. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Let's start with the verb look. So, when we look at something, we direct our eyes toward it. We move our eyes toward something and we pay attention to it. Okay, so for example, look at this. Or look at this. Okay, how about look at this? I want you to look at it. I want you to direct your eyes, move your eyes toward it, and pay attention to it. Okay? All right. Ooh, I'm sorry, my cat is very noisy today. Okay. Let's do a few more. Okay? Look at this marker, right? Again, pay attention, concentrate on it, focus. Okay? So that's what we do when we look at something. All right. So now let's look at some common uses and examples of look. Okay, so first, look at this example sentence. I will read it for you. Look at that rainbow. Ooh, I'm sorry, Ongi. Okay, look at that rainbow. Okay, I am asking you to direct your eyes toward that rainbow, and I want you to pay attention to it. Now you'll notice that I used the verb look with the preposition at. Okay, we can use several different prepositions with look, but we usually use look at. Okay, now that my chat's working a little better, I forgot to say hi to you guys. So let's see who's here. Okay, so we have Mohammed, we have Mayavi, Sanjay, Joe Verlando, Christina, thank you so much all for being here. Nada, the Coco, we have a lot of people here today. Diego, Prakar, hi. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the lesson. Thank you so much for everybody who's here. And again, thank you so much for your patience. I am so sorry about some of the difficulties we had earlier. But I was just saying an example sentence for look at. Hi, Long and Alginus and Wilder. Hi. Look, okay? Look at. Focus on that rainbow. Pay attention to it. Okay, let's look at another example sentence. Look at my clothes. I am directing your eyes towards something. Okay, I want you to look and focus and pay attention to my clothes. Aren't they nice, right? Okay, and let's try another example sentence. You'll notice here the verb look is used in the present continuous, looking. And look at the preposition. We're not using at this time, we're using for. I'm looking for my car key. When we use look and for together, it becomes a verb that is more like search, to search. So when I say I'm looking for my car key, it's like saying I'm searching for my car key. I lost my car key, I can't find it, so I'm looking for it. I'm paying attention and trying to find it. I hope you guys understood that. All right. Thank you guys. Fallen Angel, thank you so much. I really enjoy doing this and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, what about if I do this? Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay, you didn't know I was going to hold things up, right? But with your eyes, you were able to notice. You didn't expect it, but you noticed it with your eyes. Today, you might have seen Ongi a few times, but you didn't know Ongi, my cat, was gonna come into the video, right? But you saw him, okay? Also, see can be used to talk about meeting someone or kind of, yeah, visiting someone. Okay, so you might say, today I will see my friend Mary. Okay, that's another way to use see. Now, let's look at some more example sentences. Okay, I see a spider. All right. So I didn't know that there was a spider in my room. Okay. And I don't like spiders. I'm scared. I didn't know it was there. It was unexpected. Okay. But I saw it. My eyes saw the spider. My vision let me see the spider. All right. Let's move on to another example. Did you see my car key? Did you see my car key? Remember earlier, I lost my car key, right? So I was looking for it. I was searching for it, okay? But maybe you saw it. You didn't know it was lost. You didn't expect to see it, but maybe with your eyes, you saw it somewhere. So I'm asking, did you notice? Did you see my car key? Okay, and another example. I saw my student cheating on my test. I saw my student cheating on my test. I trust my students. I don't think they cheat, but maybe out of the corner of my eye, I saw my student looking at some notes or copying something. I didn't notice at first. I didn't know. I didn't expect it. And then I saw it. And you'll see here that the verb see is used in the past tense. So I used saw. Okay. So am I going too fast? I hope it's working. And Daljit says, I'm so serious. I need to smile more. Okay, so I'll try. I was a little bit worried because there were some problems at the beginning, but I will try to smile more. And Armando, I'm good. How are you? I'm glad that it's all working now. Thank you again so much for your understanding. I think you guys are the best. You guys make things a lot better, even though I was very nervous at first. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how you guys are doing. Are you guys understanding the information so far? Okay, Eugene, hello. Good. It sounds like Joe Verlando knows a lot of people in here. Okay, so let's continue on now to the next part. Hi, guys. Okay, let's continue on to watch. Are you guys ready? All right. Hi, Kendra from Indonesia. Hi, Evgeny, Cow, hi. Okay. I might be a little behind in the chats. I might be, so if I don't say hi to you, that doesn't mean I'm ignoring you, okay? Okay, now we move on to the verb watch. Okay, when we watch something, we are paying attention to something with our eyes, but for a longer time. Okay, we're watching something happening. Usually there's some kind of action going on. Okay, and we're watching the action happening for a little bit of a longer time than just looking at something. Okay, we're watching, we're paying attention with our eyes for a long time. We're seeing some action happen. So we use watch. Okay, all right. So here's an example sentence. Let's watch TV. We don't just, look at the TV for a second and turn away. Usually not. We sit and we watch things happening on the TV. And that's why we use the verb watch. Let's look at another example. Sometimes I love to watch the sunset. Okay, usually it takes a few minutes for the sun to set, right? For the sun to go down. So we're watching the action happening. We watch the action happening. We don't just look, we don't want to look at the sun directly because that would be bad for our eyes, but we watch the sun gradually go down. Okay, so in this example, we say watch the sunset. Here's an example where we use the past tense of watch. They watched the football match. Again, they watched the football match. A football match has a lot of action happening and it goes on for a long period of time. So we use the verb watch. They watched the football match. They're paying attention with their eyes for a period of time. Now, you might see a sentence that looks like this. Let's go forward. I watched a movie last night and I saw a movie last night. You might say, hey, what's the difference? How do I know when to use this one? How do I know when to use that one? Well, watch and see can actually be used. You can use one or the other. It's both correct when you're talking about watching a TV show, a movie, a concert, or another type of show, even a game, right? Like a football game, like we talked about a football match. So for, again, TV show, movie, another type of show like a sports game, maybe a play, maybe a musical, or even a concert, right? Those are all types of shows. You can watch and you can see. The grammar rules for that one, the English rules for the watch versus see, are not so strict when it comes to those things. So you can use either one and they will be correct. So let's look at the example again. I watched a movie last night. I saw a movie last night. Both of those work. All right. So now we are going to move on to practice. Are you guys ready? I hope that you guys have a better understanding of what's going on. So let's go ahead and we'll look at some more examples. And I want you to think about, why did we use look, see, or watch? And I will explain why I use those in that sentence. All right, so here's the first example. Okay, practice number 1. A says, oh, I see a rainbow. Can you guys think about, why did A use the verb see? Well, A used the verb see because usually you don't know if there will be a rainbow, right? You don't expect a rainbow. It's usually kind of a surprise, right? And remember, when we just don't expect it, but you notice something with your eyes, with your vision, you use the verb see. So, oh, I see a rainbow, right? You're being surprised. They might point. Oh, I see a rainbow. B says, where, right? And A says, look over there. Why did A use look? In this case, A used look because A is directing B's eyes to pay attention to the rainbow over there. So again, A might point and say, look over there to see the rainbow, to use your eyes and perceive the rainbow. Okay, let's go ahead to another practice. All right, practice number 2. A says, did you see the game? Did you see the game? And remember, a game, usually on TV or something like that, it's something that you can say see or watch, right? So you could say, did you see the game? Or did you watch the game? Both are okay. And B says, yes, I watched it last night. I watched it last night. B used the past tense here. But again, you can see that either of those are okay. Did you see the game? Did you watch the game? Yes, I watched it last night. Or yes, I saw it last night. Either one of those are okay. Practice question number 3, or practice example number 3. A says, did you look for your car key? Did you look for your car key? Okay, so remember when we say look and then the preposition for, it's like saying search for, right? You lost your car key. Did you search for it? Did you look for it? B says, yes, but I couldn't see anything in the dark. I couldn't see anything in the dark. So we have the ability to see, right, with our eyes. Our eyes give us vision and sight. But in the dark, that's not true, right? We don't have the sense of seeing. We can't see very well in the dark. We can't notice things in the dark with our eyes. So you might have to use your hands to touch things. You might have to use your ears to try to hear something. But in this case, B says, I couldn't see anything in the dark because our vision doesn't work when it's dark. Okay. Practice number 4. A says, how far can you see without glasses? Again, in this example, we use the verb see because A is asking how B's vision works, right? Do you have the ability to see things with your eyes without your glasses? And B says, not very far. Unfortunately, some of us need glasses and contact lenses and things like that in order to use our eyes, in order to see. And we're moving on to our last practice question. Okay. Do we have any milk? A says, do we have any milk? And B says, maybe. Look in the fridge. Look in the fridge. When B says look, he is directing A's eyes in the fridge, the refrigerator, right? B is saying, pay attention or focus at what's inside the refrigerator. Maybe you will find the milk. You can also say look for the milk in the fridge, right? Because look for means search for it. So that's okay as well. All right, we are now going to move on to some test questions. I hope you guys are ready to try, and let's just see what some of you have to say. All right. So I'm just trying to see if you guys are ready for the test. Okay, and let's see. All right, great. I'm seeing that some of you guys are putting your own example sentences. Look at the rainbow in the sky. Great. Yesterday I watched the sunset. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and thank you for Nada. Thank you for saying that it's a good explanation. I am trying my best. Oh, Mohammed mentioned, I never knew that C is used for surprise. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know if surprise is, that is kind of how I explained it, but it's more like if you didn't expect something and then you suddenly notice it, right? Okay. Test question number 1. I am sick. I need to go blank a doctor. Okay, I would like everybody to try to see which verb works best in this sentence? Is it look? Is it see? Or is it watch? Okay, so please write down what you think is the correct answer in the chat. And I'll give you a few minutes and see what you guys think. Thank you all for your kind words. And I am trying my best, so thank you for understanding. Okay, so let's look at, well, actually, before I reveal the answer, remember I told you earlier that one of these verbs can be used to say something like visit or meet with. Do you remember that? I can say, I will blink my friend later. Okay, so let's see what's the correct answer. The best answer is C. I am sick. I need to go see a doctor. Okay, so it's like saying I need to go visit a doctor. Okay, let's move on to test question number 2. I like to blink the lions at the zoo. I like to blink the lions at the zoo. So I want you to try to think, is it look, see, or watch? Which verb fits best? I'll give you a few seconds. Please type in what you think is the correct answer in the chat. I am glad that you think this is a good explanation. Hello. And thank you for the feedback. It helps me and Robin make sure that the videos work more smoothly, that the live streams work more smoothly in the feedback in the future. So we really appreciate your feedback. Okay, so the correct answer for this one would be watch. I like to watch the lions at the zoo. Okay, usually this would mean that you like to, pay attention to them for a long time. I think it's also okay to say I like to look at the lions at the zoo. That's okay as well. Okay, I like to focus on the lions. I like to concentrate. But usually it might be better to say I like to watch the lions at the zoo because you're kind of standing there and seeing them in action. Maybe you're watching them eat. You might like to watch them run around, right? So all of those are okay. All right, let's move on to test question number 3. Hey, blink my new watch. Hey, blink, I don't have my watch, but blink my new watch. All right, please type in the chat what you think is the correct answer. Okay, the best answer for this sentence would be, what do you think? Look at. Hey, look at my new watch. Hey, look at my new watch. Okay, so I want to direct your eyes to my watch. I want you to pay attention to it. So I'm going to say, look at my new watch. And you'll notice here I use the preposition at. That is the most common preposition used with the verb look. We have 2 more test questions to go. Did you blink that car accident? Did you blink that car accident? Go ahead. What do you think is the correct answer here? Did you blink that car accident? All right. So I see some answers. Let's go ahead and go over the best answer for test question number 4. The correct answer is C. Did you see that car accident? Now, yes, car accidents unfortunately happen a lot when we're driving, but we don't always expect them, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't want to drive. It would be too dangerous. So we don't expect it. We're not looking for a car accident. We're not searching. We're not expecting it. But usually car accidents happen very suddenly, right? They happen very suddenly. And so we say, "Oh, did you see that car accident? Did you perceive it with your eyes? Did you notice it?" Okay. So in this case, the best verb to use would be see. All right, and we're moving on to the last test question. I hope you guys are ready. Test question number 5. We blink the fireworks. We blink the fireworks. Okay, so maybe I can give you a hint. I don't know if you need it. Let's first see if you guys can get it on your own. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, now if you need the hint, I would try to remember that fireworks is kind of like a show, right? It's something that's happening for a while. It's entertainment, right? It's some people even call it a fireworks show, right? So which verb do we use most commonly, or maybe even which verbs do we use most commonly with a type of show? Okay, something that goes on for a while. That's another clue. Well, the correct answer is watched. Watched. And here we use the past tense as well. We watched the fireworks. Now, you'll remember, or hopefully you remember, that for for shows like TV shows, movies, concerts, plays, musicals, fireworks shows, a sports game, things like that, you can use watch or look, right? Looked at. Oh no, saw. I'm so sorry. We can also use see. Okay, so we can say we watched the fireworks or we saw the fireworks. That's okay as well. All right, well, I hope I didn't confuse you with that last one, but I'm pretty sure you guys got it. All right, so I'm just looking at a few more answers. All right, and I think you guys did a wonderful job. Again, those 3 verbs can be really, really confusing, but you guys did an amazing job. I know that there were some difficulties today. Again, I thank you so much for your patience and understanding. So that is the end of the test, and we are going to wrap up this live stream very, very soon. So we'll have to get ready to say our goodbyes, unfortunately. But there's a few things I wanted to kind of go over one more time. So before we start the next live stream, I really would like to encourage you to get some more practice. So I'm going to give you a little bit of homework, and it's not too hard. All I want you to do is in the comment section below, I want you to write some example sentences. Write your own example sentences with look, see, and watch. Okay? Try to write maybe, one sentence for look, one sentence for see, and one sentence for watch. If you can have the, if you have the time to do that, we would really love to see your example sentences. Okay, and Robin and I will check them and give you your feedback as soon as we can. So yes, please try that homework. Remember, practice is really important in mastering a language. That's why we want you to do that. Okay, thank you so much, and again, have a great week. I'll see you again soon. Bye.